And some new details about the man believed to be the Golden State Killer. Joseph DeAngelo Jr. is now pleading guilty to 13 counts of murder. Those date all the way back to the 70s across 6 counties in this state. He's already admitted to dozens of sexual assaults. NBC4's Conan Nolan has been tracking the very latest on this. Conan's live in the newsroom for us right now. Conan?
That's right, Colleen. I remember this case back in the early 1970s up in Sacramento when it first started as the East Area Rapist. There were so many counties involved up and down the state of California, and during that period there was torment and horror at the fear of being the next victim. Now, justice has finally been found in the case of the Golden State Killer.
You admit the special circumstance to murder in the first degree?
I admit.
In a halting voice, wearing a face shield and in an orange jumpsuit, 74-year-old James DeAngelo Jr., for the first time in court, admitted to being the Golden State Killer, responsible for at least 13 deaths, over 60 rapes, and hundreds of burglaries during his murderous crime wave from 1977 to 1984. His deadly assaults on the unsuspecting detailed by prosecutors in horrific detail, such as the case of newlyweds Keith and Patrice Harrington, who were asleep when DeAngelo broke into their Dana Point home in August of 1980.
DeAngelo bound the wrists and ankles of both and raped Patrice. DeAngelo then murdered both Keith and Patrice in the first degree by bludgeoning each of them multiple times.
A year earlier, he did the same in Santa Barbara to Surgeon Robert Offerman and his wife, psychologist Deborah Manning.
After raping her, the defendant fired his handgun into the back of Deborah's head.
DeAngelo was tracked down in 2018 by law officers using a relative's DNA found through a popular genealogical site. His crime spree spread to counties throughout the state, so many victims that the court used a ballroom at Sacramento State University to accommodate the large number of family members.
As to count 6, the court finds Mr. DeAngelo guilty. Murder in the first degree.
DeAngelo, who once served as a police officer during his crime spree, will return for sentencing, when he will listen as survivors who have lived with the agony of his crimes speak to him in person. The end of a saga of pain, horror, and the long pursuit of justice.
Prosecutors in this case accepted the guilty plea from DeAngelo in exchange for not pursuing the death penalty, pointing out that under the current administration in Sacramento, the death penalty is no longer being used. The sentencing will take place later this summer. I'm Conan Nolan, NBC4 News.
All right, Conan.